In this video we are sharing with you a small piece of our hometown, showing you a few reasons why Romania is a good place to be added on your holiday list. But before we get there, we'll show you some good stopovers if you're planning a road trip to this part of Europe. In our previous videos we have shared with you various road trips, tips and prices for destinations around Europe, and to get a bit further towards Romania, you can follow similar routes until you reach Austria and then explore a bit of Hungary until you reach Romania. As we have shared various stopover ideas and things to see on our previous Europe trip adventures, this time we thought we'll be sharing two new stopover ideas on our way to Romania, one in Germany and one in Hungary, with our final destination in Brasov, Transylvania, Romania. As usual, our starting point is Folkestone in the UK, and taking the Le Shuttle train to Calais in France. From there, we prefer the route without toll charges, so we tend to drive towards Belgium, Luxembourg, and then stop in central Germany in Baden-Württemberg area. This part of Germany is absolutely beautiful. It is surrounded by beautiful nature, mountains covered in thick forest, and it's a perfect place to relax and enjoy some outdoor activities. You have plenty of walking routes available, really well marked, so regardless of where you stop in the area, we do highly recommend going on a short walk in the forest and you will not be disappointed. As promised, this time we will also show you a nice stopover in the area, a car park close to an important landmark in Baden-Württemberg, Germany, where you will only need to pay a charge of €5 per night to camp. The car park is secluded in the forest, there is a toilet block available but only open during visiting hours and with no other amenities, so a stopover here is more suitable for a motorhome or camper van. Places must be booked in advance, as only 5 such parking spots are available, and you can also get a power connection, which can be provided on request, but only during the parking staff's working hours for a fee of €4, which is for maximum of 1 day and 1 night. And as mentioned before, you will not only benefit of a nice spot to rest overnight, but you can also visit one of the most famous landmarks in the area during your stay, situated right next to your camping spot. If you drive in the Baden-Württemberg region, you cannot miss an impressive structure up on the hills, the famous Hohenzollern Castle. We always drove past it, so we had to stop and explore it and see if it's worth visiting. From the car park, you can either walk to the castle about 20 minutes on a steep path, or you can take the shuttle bus with no additional charge and leaving straight from the car park. Shuttle buses come at every 10-15 minutes and they are a great advantage if you prefer not to walk. If you purchase your tickets online, you will pay €23 for adults and €11 for children over 12, and under 11 years old are free of charge. Dogs are also allowed free of charge on the castle grounds, but they are not allowed inside any of the rooms, so this is something to be considered if you're planning to visit with your pet. You can also purchase family tickets, which allow 2 adults and 1 child over 12 years old for €47. You are free to take photos with no flash and videos for personal use everywhere except the treasury room. However, drones, for example, are forbidden, so we are unfortunately not able to share any aerial views of the castle, but we hope we could capture its essence so you can decide if it's worth visiting. Hohenzollern Castle is privately owned today and was restored in the 19th century by the House of Hohenzollern. It was one of the temporary residences of the Prussian royal family and Princes of Hohenzollern for over 1,000 years. The House of Hohenzollern was split into 2 different branches, one of which actually ruled Romania from 1866 to 1947, which is another reason why we thought it would be a good stopover on our way to Romania. The Hohenzollern family has an important place on German history, with key moments to be mentioned being the creation of Kingdom of Prussia in 1701, which led to unification of Germany, and later on creation of the German Empire on 1871. In 1918, after the First World War, the German Revolution led to the Hohenzollern family being overthrown, and this marked the end of the German and Prussian monarchy. The last monarch, Wilhelm II, was the eldest of the 42 grandchildren of Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom. The castle, as seen today, was built in the 19th century on the remains of the original castle founded in the 11th century. It was never used as a permanent or regular residence for members of the Hohenzollern family, and none of the German emperors lived there. Only in 1945 it was temporarily occupied by the son of the latest monarch Wilhelm II. The castle itself was built more like a trophy to show off how powerful the family was. Today, the castle is still owned by the two branches of the Hohenzollern family. 2/3 is owned by the Prussian branch and 1/3 by the Swabian branch. And every time an event is organized by one of the branches, or if any family member within that branch stays at the castle, the respective flag flies over the castle, either the Prussian flag or the Hohenzollern Sigmaringen flag, which is the flag for the Swabian branch. There are many historical artifacts of the Prussian history contained in the castle, some of which are the crown of Wilhelm II, some of the personal effects of King Frederick the Great, and even a letter from the US President George Washington, who was thanking a Hohenzollern relative for his service in the American Revolutionary War. It was an interesting visit and full of history, so if you are a history enthusiast or you like admiring the architecture and interiors of historic buildings, we do recommend visiting the Hohenzollern Castle. From Germany, we have continued our journey towards Romania, and the next stopover proposed is in its neighbouring country, very much linked to the history of Romania, in Hungary. Apart from its capital city of Budapest, a very big attraction point in the country is Balaton Lake, and this is where we have stopped next. Balaton is the largest lake in Central Europe and a very popular holiday destination in Hungary. It is 74 kilometers long and covers an area of 600 square kilometers. The southern part is known for its busy vibe, resort towns, festivals and concerts during summer months, and has more of a party vibe than relaxing. If you prefer more of a relaxed stay and nice views, then we do recommend visiting the northern lake shore, surrounded by some small mountains and known as the wine region of the country. We chose Badacsony camping, a small campsite with direct access to Lake Balaton and perfect for swimming and fishing, situated on the northern part of the lake. For one beach close to the lake with electricity included for 3 people and 1 dog, we have paid €61 per night in high season. We love the pathway to the lake with an arched entrance and covered by vines. You can relax on one of the benches there and children can play in the small playground area. Having direct access to Balaton Lake is a great advantage, and water is perfect for swimming. On a sunny clear day, the water has a pretty turquoise color, but it's not crystal clear as such. It looks a bit cloudy, but very pretty still. Each morning and evening the cute swans will come to say hello, and there are always little ducks swimming in the area too. The campsite is of course dog friendly, however please note dogs are not allowed to swim in the lake. The campsite is simple but clean, suitable for families with children. The facilities are really good too, with plenty of showers and toilets and a nice washing up area. And they even have a dog shower on site. You can book various activities at reception, such as sauna sessions for 13 minutes about €4, or bikes €9 for 1 day, paddle boards €15 for 2 hours, and you can even rent kayaks. Badacsony camping is also perfect for fishing enthusiasts. You can rent fishing boats from reception for 24 hours at a price of €20. There is a boat launching area straight from the campsite, and they even have special cooking facilities for fish and a special table where fishermen can clean and prepare the fish caught. We had a really nice and relaxing night staying at this campsite, and then the next day we drove another 9 hours to our final destination in Brasov, Romania. Situated in the beautiful Transylvania region of Romania, Brasov is a central location surrounded by mountains and with a beautiful history and plenty of things to see and do. This time we have only spent a couple of days in our hometown, but we really wanted to share with you a very small piece of Transylvania and the beautiful city of Brasov. The main point of attraction and the heart of the city is the council square, known as Piața Sfatului. Established back in 1520 under the German name Marktplatz, it was the place where various craftsmen would bring a variety of goods to be sold, and was the main commercial point of Transylvania region back in the day. Today, the old council square is a vibrant place, very popular with tourists, full of cafes, restaurants, and a preferred spot for organizing public events. Another important landmark is the Black Church, an impressive Gothic-style monument full of history. The building is 89 meters long and 38 meters wide. The church is open to visitors who can also attend weekly organ concerts, and the largest of the 2 organs inside the building has 4,000 pipes and sounds absolutely amazing. If you want to enjoy the nature and take a break from the busy town centre, Brasov is situated at the base of Mountain Tâmpa, which is a perfect spot to enjoy a stroll or walk your dog, and it serves as a perfect way to cool down during hot summer days. Brasov is a place that can be enjoyed by the entire family. It is a perfect combination between nature, the hustle and bustle specific to a touristic place, but with plenty of green spaces and relaxing spots too. A huge variety of restaurants for all tastes, big shopping centres, but also small and quirky boutique shops with great architectural structures spread all over the city. A complex variety of events held during the year, a city that is more and more dog-friendly and perfect for families with or without children, for younger and older generations, and for all tastes and interests. The old part of city of Brasov is where you will find the oldest houses, but also a lot of historical places, such as the Union Square, also known by locals as Piața Prundului. Here you will also find St. Nicholas Church, the oldest Orthodox church in Brasov. And in the same courtyard you can visit the museum of the first Romanian school. The city has many museums and historical buildings that can be visited or just admired from the outside, making it a perfect place for history enthusiasts. Another activity not to be missed and very popular with both the locals and tourists is driving to the ski resort Poiana Brașov. On the way there are a few viewing points from where you can admire the entire city. We used to love coming here and spending time figuring out where each point in the city was situated from the distance. Brasov is much more than a few interesting buildings, and we hope to be able to share with you a full guide of this beautiful city in one of our next adventures. However, until then, we hope we have encouraged you to consider Romania as a getaway destination, or at least try to discover some of the amazing places that it has to offer. After spending a couple of days in the city, we wanted to take a proper break, disconnect, relax, and be surrounded by nature, and we really wanted to try something new this time and stay somewhere else other than a campsite. On our way to our next stop, we have passed through another famous touristic location near Brasov, Bran, where you can see the well-known Dracula's castle. It is a very busy place, so prepare to queue for parking and to be surrounded by a huge number of tourists. But if you have never visited before, it will be a shame to skip past it if you are in the area. There are plenty of gorgeous places to spend a mini break around Brasov, so we had loads of options. However, we really wanted our chosen location to tick all the boxes. Not too far from Brasov to avoid being stuck in traffic too much, a remote location with gorgeous views, a dog-friendly location with an enclosed garden, a safe place to park our camper, and a location where we don't need to share any amenities with other guests and where we can fully enjoy some peace and quiet. And we found our perfect spot at about 1 hour drive from Brasov, in Arges country, in a small and remote village in a gorgeous natural park surrounded by mountains. Tiny Teo Resort consists of 2 tiny houses that can be either rented separately or together, and they are perfect for families with children, very dog friendly, and also a perfect choice for couples too. Situated in an idyllic location where you will be surrounded by nature and you will enjoy a nice and quiet time. The location is fenced and you can safely park the car in the designated parking lot. The garden is very spacious and each house also has a small terrace where you can enjoy your morning coffee. For younger guests, there is a small playing area with a slide, swings, a trampoline, a badminton net and equipment, and for the older ones, some hammocks and sun lounges. You can also use a spacious outdoor recreational area where you will find tables and chairs and 2 barbecues perfect for cooking a delicious meal. Everyone will find something to do, and the top spot of this accommodation is the suspended hammock at the end of the garden, where you can relax, take in the views and admire the stars at night. We have absolutely adored this place, and it was much needed after a lot of traveling from one place to another. Some us time with no hassle and bustle, just peace and quiet. We love exploring new places, and because it's very important to travel as a family, we are always trying to find new family and dog-friendly places to visit, either local to the UK or around Europe. If you have not already done so, please click the subscribe button. It is completely free and encourages us a lot in continuing sharing with you new places to visit, experiences, travel ideas and costs involved. The houses are so pretty and we were impressed by the attention to details. Each house has one master bedroom with a spacious bed and gorgeous wide window. A sofa bed, again really spacious, a TV, a fully equipped kitchen with everything you need during your stay, and a luxurious bathroom. We found this place by accident looking for recommendations online for dog-friendly places in the area, and we were pleasantly surprised, and it definitely exceeded our expectations. If you want to explore the area a bit further, you can go on various walks directly from the houses. There is a nice river opposite the houses where our dog loves to cool down and play. And if you walk towards the main village, you will get the chance to admire so many different types of traditional houses, and we do encourage you to pay attention to every detail. We have seen so many beautiful structures, and at times it felt like we were part of a traditional old story. If you want to restock, you can reach the village store in about 10 minutes walking, and they have quite a good array of products. One thing to also keep in mind is that every house and garden will have at least one guard dog for obvious reasons. So if you're walking with your own dog, don't be surprised if they will bark at you non-stop or even follow you on the street. It is uncomfortable indeed, but it forms part of the village life, so we have to accept it and deal with it rather than take it as a negative point for the area. There is also a big lake and a reservoir which you can reach in about 25 minutes walk from the accommodation. We have absolutely loved the time spent at these lovely tiny houses. We were surrounded by gorgeous nature, peaceful atmosphere, and we really felt great, and we do highly recommend a short break here. It was a much needed break to recharge our batteries ready for our next adventures. We hope our video will help you decide if a road trip to Romania it is worth it, given that you can stop and explore some great places on the way. This time, we have decided to share the trio Germany, Hungary, Romania, which can be done in a week, excluding getting from one place to another. And of course, depending on how long you want, you can or you prefer driving. We hope you find the information shared useful, and stay close if you want to see more of our family adventures from the UK and from around Europe.